Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ybot, and welcome to Wing 3 of Hellfire Citadel. His name is Shadow Lord Iskar, and he's the first boss of this particular wing. He's followed by Sarkoth, who we killed already, and then finally Tyrant Velari, I believe is her name. I believe I'm going to actually split those up into separate videos because things are starting to get a little long here. The further we go in it, just gets worse and worse the further on we go. So anyway, we're going to start off with Shadow Lord Iskar here. I'm going to give you the normal version, even though this is looking for raid difficulty. This is the easiest possible difficulty, because there are some other things that, while they are not essential to succeeding in this fight, they're good stuff to know. So, let's take a really quick look at the tanks here. During Phase 1, one tank should tank Shadow Lord Iskar, while the other tank has no specific tasks to perform. Maybe do a tank switch when he does this shuriken. That's what I tried to do, but apparently that doesn't matter. Now, once again, I was just tanking this only with the information of the Dungeon Journal, as I do always. I try that out first, I see if it's possible. 90% of the time, I'd say 95% of the time, it is actually very possible. The only fight that I've ran into trouble with so far is Archimond, which I just tried out today, and he is fucking 64 hard. But we will deal with him in a later video, because I've got some catching up to do here. So, there are two phases during Phase 2. One tank should handle the Illusionary Outcast, the other one should handle all the other ads. Everyone needs to worry about the Fell Conduit. So you should pass the Eye of Azunu to healers during the second phase so they can dispel the Fell Conduit. You should also pass the Eye of Azunu to raid members affected by Phantasmal Winds, because Phantasmal Winds blow you towards the edge. You can run away from them, but it's a lot easier if you get the Eye of Azunu, but you need to pass it back and forth and back and forth. So that takes some coordination, which is in short supply on LFR, unfortunately. So it's not necessary, but it is helpful. So you should also, on regular difficulty, pass the Eye of Azunu to the tank that's dealing with the Fell Raven, right before it casts Phantasmal Corruption on them. Stand in line of sight, in line in front or behind the player carrying the Eye of Azunu when Focus Blast is cast in order to split the damage. Okay, very good. I just kind of run for the pillars, but I guess I was wrong there. Because that, I just treated it like a Dragon's Breath. If you're out of line of sight, that I thought you were okay, but I guess I screwed that one up. And we will go down to the preliminary mentions section. Interesting. The Eye of Azunu is a glowing orb that is located on the ground in front of the boss. It can be picked up by getting close to it and right-clicking on it. If it is not picked up at all, it deals increased fire damage over time to everyone in the raid. When carrying the Eye of Azunu, raid members gain ability to overcome a number of mechanics in different ways. By pressing their extra action button, while targeting a fellow raid member, you can pass the Eye of Azunu to another raid member. So apparently what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to just stack up on the guy who has the Eye of Azunu. So, I noticed that Fell Conduit didn't do a lot of damage, so after a while it's just like, screw it, I'm just gonna stand in it. And let's now go ahead and let's take a peek at the LFR version here to see exactly what we need to do for this level of difficulty. This is probably not going to give us any new information. In fact, it's probably got a lot less. But let's take a really quick look here. And if you want to take a look at what I'm looking at, head over to Icy-Veins.com. Under the raids section, you'll be able to see all the information I'm looking at. So let's see here. Melee and range DPS, healers. During Phase 2, one tank should handle the Illusionary Outcast, while the other tank should handle the other ads. So that is literally it for tanks. Throughout the fight, the most important targets for DPS are Corrupted Talon Priests, followed by Shadowfell Wardens, the Fell Ravens, and finally, Shadow Lord Iskar. Stand in front or behind the player parrying the Eye of Azunu when Focus Blast is cast in order to split the damage. Alright, so that pretty much covers it for Shadow Lord Iskar here. So I will have separate videos up here for the Soul of Silkroth and also Tyrant Valhari. They will be coming up around the same time as this particular video. I'm just splitting them up here because things are starting to get a little bit long here. There were a few attempts with Tyrant Valhari here, so I figured I'd split them up for you guys. Get you some shorter videos there. That's the main goal here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.